Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Wild Unknown Tarot cards. So we start off with the Seven of Pentacles, and I feel like rest and rejuvenation, a time of reflection. We are at the beginning of a new year. So a lot of people reflect on that. We are in retrograde, so for me it's like bringing up not the most positive things that I've done in my past, and I'm just like, why is this all coming up? And I was just like thinking about that today. I was like, what's going on in the sky? And I forgot it was retrograde, and I'm like, oh, that's why. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it's in the past. As long as you've changed in a positive way to not do those, repeat those things again, it's just like, keep moving forward. That's, you know what I mean? If we could go back and change the things that we've done, obviously most of us would. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunately a stain on who we are, and it's unfortunate, but it's like, all you could say is that you frigged up. If you could go back and change it, you would, and do better, be better, and ask the universe for forgiveness. We have the Magician here. We have the experience to change things. We have the experience to go through the cycle, through retrograde, whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, if you follow my account, you'll see like I just posted like fear. It's like the biggest thing that stands in our way is fear. So I was talking about, our area allowed 1,000 refugees from Ukraine, which is amazing because like that is it's just insane what's going on there. So if you hear me talk about that, I'm not saying that they should not be here. It's just maybe I didn't articulate myself enough because it's just like there's a time limit on there. So that's why I just wanted to clarify that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be here at all. I'm just saying this area was already, going through a housing crisis before, and as everywhere is, and then they let, and I hope and pray that they have the resources for them to survive, because it's like it's getting hard. You know what I mean? Like $10 for butter, $10 for milk. You know what I mean? It's like these are basic staples that we can. I went almost a year without buying butter because butter has been like $10 before it, and now they see that nobody's buying it, so they had to drop it back down. Even $5 is ridiculous. You know what I mean? But it's just like nobody was buying it. It's like nobody can afford to buy it. It's like, I'm sorry, am I gonna buy a big tub of basil for maybe $14? It's almost close to 20 now. You know what I mean? But it's just like these are basic staples. You know what I mean? And I'm not blaming the farmers because the farmers are feeling it as well. They're taxing. They had a girl. She warned everyone. She's like, this trunk used to cost me, I think she said maybe $16. She said when she said exactly what I got. She goes, it'll probably last them a week. She said that and that was just for her animals. That's not even what she raises to, be sold. She's like, it cost her $56. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's getting ridiculous. Like, they need to do something. They blame, it's COVID and all the people that ripped everybody off and rah, rah, rah. No, it's not. Y'all got greedy. You guys printed off too much money and now we're all feeling it. But, all we can do is take one step at a time. Make the small changes that we need to so that we can survive. So we have the Star card. This is like, I love this, but especially with the Seven of Pentacles. I love how the stars have like, stars. The cards have, knockings of each other. So it's like after a rough patch, peace and harmony are restored. So it's like, I don't feel like it's so much a rough patch. I feel like maybe you're overly busy. Star card comes in, manifestations, helping to raise your vibration. We definitely need that. Like, I can definitely feel like physically. It's just because I shoveled last night. I just, that's why I'm taking my amino energy, so that way I can somewhat wake up for the rest of the day. So you know what I mean? It's just like I feel like with the Star card, it's like manifestations, things that we're asking for. They were talking about things coming in here. We have judgment, a rebirth in our life, and this has been a very potent card. That and the Ten of Pentacles, we have it right there. So judgment is like, spread your wings and fly. Very much like the Fool card, but I feel like it's just like, don't allow fear to stand in your way. You know what I mean? I just saw it, I posted it, and then it's just like I sat there, got the cards ready. It comes out in the definitions. Ten of Pentacles, what you're seeking out in the world is already around you. You know what I mean? It's like, be appreciative of everything that you have. Be appreciative that you had a great Christmas. Be appreciative. Like, yeah, it's over sensory sometimes, but it's just like reground yourself. I definitely felt like I should have done a meditation this weekend. I was just like the weekend was like a blink of an eye. It's just like it was gone. I was just like, what the heck, you know? But it's just like, you know what I mean? Rest and rejuvenation. I know that I should get to bed early tonight. I could definitely feel it, you know? I hate snow shoveling slush. Oh, it's so heavy. You know those slides that you have at the gym and you push them across the room? That's exactly how it feels like. It's just like, oh, it's like I need to recover. Oh, it's like I need to smack myself to wake up. But it's just like, put one foot in front of the other. That's all you can do. I definitely feel like there's a rebirth coming. I feel like that's why they're saying rest. I feel like, God forbid, you're going through a rough patch. That's what I was saying. I went through all these experiences in life because I could talk from a place of experience. I think that's the biggest gift you can have as a healer. Unfortunately, the things that we have to go through, it's like, especially Shane, it's like, I'm done learning all the things I need to learn. It's like, ugh, that was a brutal one. Oh my goodness. But I feel like, with the 10 of Pentacles and this rebirth in our life, I feel like that's why they're saying, rest, rejuvenate. I definitely feel like, this is something you're going to have to work for. You know what I mean? I don't feel like this is something that comes easily. I feel like it's like, you'll get an opportunity, but you're going to have to do things and it's tedious. You may have to repeat some things, I feel, because some people are lazy or they lose things. I feel like they already had it. It was sitting on their desk or something, and it's like you gotta have to repeat some paperwork or something. Seven of Pentacles, a period of contemplation. A curious card. The Seven of Pentacles shows a period of contemplation and uncertainty. You're looking back at all of your hard work and wondering if it has been a failure or a success. So definitely with myself, I always we were talking about this, like me and the kids, and it's like, look where we were when we first moved here. It's from 16 hours away from Toronto, and look where we are now. It's just like Spirit reminded me, everything that we've needed, they've put in our path. And you don't think about that, You don't, even when, Spirit talks about, well, for me, God, but I say Spirit because I don't want to push anything on anyone. But when Spirit sits there and it's like, if you only knew the things that we blocked from your life, it's just like, we forget about those things. You cannot seem to decide. Should you be reaping more rewards by now? Maybe so. But the mind has control over perception. It's possible your rewards are waiting for you to recognize them. They are not always monetary. And I feel like it's just like, yeah, I see a lot of people that have gone through what I've been through, and it's like they're really suffering. You know what I mean? And it's like I see that, from the outside now. I understand what they need. I wish I could do more for people, but you can only lead the people to the water to drink if they're going to drink from it. You know what I mean? It's like, I could tell you, this is what I went through. This is my experience. This is how I recovered. But it's like, until you make that decision for yourself that you're going to push forward, that you're going to sit there and choose to live your life to the fullest and the way that you want, and not what people dictate or try to push and manipulate you to do. You know what I mean? It's just like, you got to do the best you can. Like they said, it may not look like the way that you wanted it to look by now, but you know what? Things come at the right timing. And I always used to be like, patience is the biggest thing for me, is to have patience, And I feel like that's why they're saying, like with the 10 of Pentacles, it's just like, you're waiting for this thing to come around and wasting energy of being like, how can I make this happen faster? Sit there, rest, rejuvenate, sit there and enjoy your life as it is in this moment. You know what I mean? Like, not everything may look like the way that you want it to, but that's fine. It's like it's teaching you a lesson, probably to be more appreciative. So the Magician, self-empowerment action. So we got this last time we read from this deck. The Magician is a card of boundless, expansive energy, whereas many of the major arcana cards with stillness and aspects of the mind, this card is all about action, action, action. It's time to see yourself as a wildcat. Embrace your speed, grace, and ability. Don't be afraid to begin. You have the power of all four elements within your reach. Now is the time to use them. So we were talking about this with retrograde. Some of us were leveling up. Some of us were actually getting into our clairvoyance, clairaudience, channel messages. It's just like because you're open to that aspect. Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes the passing of a loved one to realize these things. With me, it's always been a part of me. It's a part of all of us. But it's like, it takes something to kind of sometimes evoke it. So it takes some things to provoke that energy from going forward, bringing you to your higher purpose. We always ask that question, what is the purpose for me being here? And it's like, you never know. You never know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like my mom's job purpose was to help those, unfortunately, that are getting older or going through things, and she sees them until their last breath. It takes a little bit out of her every time someone passes, but that's the line of business she's in. You know, and I was like, you've given them everything you can, Mom. I said you've done everything, so take that with you. Like, they lived a long, healthy life because you did everything you could. The universe reminded me everything that I've needed has been in part of my path. They're waiting for me to heal. They're waiting for me to get stronger. It's like, she could handle this. That's the thing. Sometimes we think we can handle more than we already have in front of us. And universe is like, but you still got some healing to do. You still got some rest and rejuvenation. You're already burning both ends of the candle here. Like, you really can't handle anymore. They know what we can handle, what we can't. They know when to bring those blessings in. We go to the star. Hope, peace of mind. Standing outside a dark night, you gaze upon the stars and scenes of glimmer, of wonder and hope. Even though you can't find concrete answers to life's many questions, up there in the sky, you can't help but feel comfort and renewed. So this is the biggest thing that Sunny has given me, is like going out, seeing the sunrise, seeing the sunset, seeing the star constellation, seeing like the different phases of the moon over the night, where taking them out, between breaks and stuff. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It just gives you that peace of mind. It's like looking for the moon, and we've had clouded skies, so I haven't been able to find it at least recently. So, but it's just like seeing the constellations in the sky. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. Such is the energy of the star card. It is not about action or situations. It's simply about connecting to the part of you that is hopeful and sincere. This force will bring light back into your life and infuse you with positivity. A lovely card. So, going on to their definition, it's just like, getting outside and enjoying that fresh air, getting outside and just, you know what I mean? Like, look up. I feel like that's what universe was saying. We're so busy looking down and in ourselves and in our thoughts. It's like we're missing what's going on around us in the world, So it's just like, you know what I mean? Sit there and embrace, just like, like they're saying, even in this moment, if you feel like you should be further than you are, I can tell you, they are putting the things in your life that you need at the moment that you need them. It's just like they know that, maybe you got some more healing to do. Maybe that's why certain things are coming into your life. Or it's like you're going to come to the realization that, maybe now is not the time for that. Or maybe you don't want that at all. I put there, if you guys watch my, make my, a vision board with me, it's like, I sat there and I asked for a relationship, but it's just like at the same time, I'm just like, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if I have the energy to take care of anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, to be a proper partner. I don't know. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just sometimes you don't see the things fully. You only just see what you want to see. And it's like you got to take the blinders off and see the whole picture. So forgiveness. So this is a card that came out with the Heavenly Guidance, I think they're called, on Instagram with their channel cards that they post out. And forgiveness is one of them. It's like even forgiving yourself, like, sitting there and being so hard on yourself. I know for me, it's just like I expect X, Y, and Z for myself. You know what I mean? When I don't do 100%, I'm just like, ugh. And I'm like, I know realistically I can't do 110% like I like to do all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm fighting to keep my eyes open right now. I'm tired. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't drink or anything, like, during the holiday season. Well, like, I drank at my mom's, but I only had, like, a glass because it was horrible. It was Prosecco, and it was just like, ugh. I don't like dry white wines. I like a nice, sparkly, sweet wine. Like, I love, like, ice wine. But it's just like, oh, that was potent. It was just like, ugh. But it's just like, you know what I mean? I feel that tiredness. I know it's from the snow removal, but it's just like at the same time, it's just like, you know what I mean? It was like, can I lay down, and recover? But it's just like, it's just being grateful. You know what I mean? Like I'm able to still do that. Like, the word judgment conjures up fear and guilt in many people. This card, however, conjures itself with another aspect of the word seeking the truth. No more blaming yourself or others. No more excuses. Now is the time for forgiveness and personal freedom. This card asks you to rise up, let your pettiness and fear fall below you, and expand your wings and be reborn. What a relief it will be. Yeah, it's just like, when like there's no there like we're chasing this idea of perfection when it comes to our life, it comes to our physical form, our self. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like, there is no idea of perfection. It's living your life to the fullest as you can and just keep moving forward. That's all you can do. You can't sit there and punish yourself or be hard with yourself when you're going through things. You know what I mean? Especially, it's just like, making the best decisions in the moment. It's like they said, you got to take those blinders off. Like I was seeing one situation for what it was, and then there, Spirit was like, what about this? And I'm like, oh yeah, didn't even think of that. You know what I mean? I feel like anyone that was in that kind of situation would feel that way, but it's just like, at the same time, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's like things we want to bring into our life. We don't realize the magnitude of it. So 10 of Pentacles, fulfillment and abundance. It looks like the tree, like a tree's rings, to tell how wise and wisdom, how long it's been there. We always say like, age rings for wisdom. But it's like, the unconditional love is already present in our life. You know what I mean? It's just like, appreciate what we have. The 10 of Pentacles signifies material and spiritual abundance in nearly every area of your life. The number 10 usually indicates completion, and in this case, the journey was well worth it. So be generous, not only with your money, but also with your wisdom. Provide guidance to those who struggle. You will be rewarded tenfold. So it's not doing it because we expect things or we expect to be rewarded, or, you know what I mean? It's just like, this is why sometimes we go through the experiences that we do. So myself as a healer, I could talk from experience. This is what I've experienced. This is how it makes me feel. So reading for people, it's like still learning cues about certain things. You know what I mean? Every person is different. Every situation is different and unique. And it's just like learning the cues. You know what I mean? Like I said, like it's becoming more potent. So since August, where I'm just like, walking in the house and I'm, doing whatever. And all of a sudden I'll get a channel message and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, where's my phone? Message the person right away. This is, not trying to scare you here. This is what I saw. Just be mindful, be careful. And they were thankful for that, I'm grateful that I have those connections with the Soul Tribe that I've read for time and time again, because it's just like that kind of message comes through. And I've had channel messages for other people, and I've, especially like when you're in that dream state, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'll remember that. And I wake up, I'm like, damn, I don't remember a damn thing. And I feel horrible because I'm like, there was a reason why they were telling me all that, and I don't remember, So it's just like, whatever form the channel messages come in, it's, you know what I mean? It's a gift. You know what I mean? Like some of us pay dearly for that gift, what our experiences have been. But it's just like, now I see the greater purpose of it. You know what I mean? That I could talk from that experience, that I've walked so many paths, you know what I mean? And it's led to this, to that experience where I can actually talk from a place of truth, So I feel like some of you, we're all born with this, but I feel like some of you are embracing it more. You are seeing spirit or hearing spirit, and it's now like you're more given into it. You're showing them that you trust them, that, following your intuition is like, I trust that there's something there. I can feel it. What I feel, what I sense, what I hear, what I see is because whomever is in the room present with me wants me to see those things for a reason. So that's all you can do is just trust and believe. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.